Happy evening to one and all. This is your Parivu Sakthivel. Today we have a special guest from Abu Dhabi. She's a hospitality profession. We have Pooja Chiplunkar. She's a certified yoga and Pilates instructor and also a sound healer. Good evening, Pooja.
Good evening. Namaste.
Yeah, namaste. Thanks for joining with us. Still, you are in Abu Dhabi. I requested you to know more about wellness and well-being. You joined and supporting our audience. Thank you so much. I want to ask you a question like, what does well-being or wellness means to you, and what routine do you implement in your day-to-day life for optimal well-being?
All right. Thank you for having me. First of all, it's an honor. So well-being and wellness, if I have to use just one word to describe this, it would be harmony. So harmony around and harmony within us, most importantly. Because when we have harmony within us, good health follows. When we have good health, good mood follows. And then we have peace. And I think all of us are looking for peace in general within us and around us. And how do we achieve this harmony? There are three things I would say. There's intention, there's awareness, and there's mindfulness. So anything we wish to do in our life starts with an intention. If you don't have that intention, you're never going to be able to follow through, right? So, and a lot of time what happens is that we keep thinking about things that have happened, that didn't happen the way we wanted, or we think about the future and we're scared of some things. And instead of drawing our energy into what we do want to manifest, we keep thinking of that. It's very important to understand that where our awareness goes is where the energy will flow. So it's just a switch that we need to make and let our energy go into what we do want to manifest. And I really, really believe that when we set an intention, we work towards it. There is no miracle. There is no mystery of how things happen. They will happen. We have that power to make things happen. All right. So building awareness and mindfulness is what yoga teaches us. So yoga is a discipline, but it is also called as a practice because it's small steps that we take, we practice every day that will lead us to reaching that goal that we set for ourselves. And it teaches us awareness. Now, awareness can be in a very subtle or small way. We breathe about 23,000 breaths in a day. But how many breaths do we breathe consciously? How many breaths are we aware of? You know, we're so busy in our day-to-day life. We do so much work. We do work in the house. We go to our work. We do our business. But what about the inner work, right? So inner work, nobody else can help us with that. Somebody can help us wash the car or wash the dishes. But inner work, we have to do it ourselves. So awareness starts in a very small way. You can start off just 2 minutes when you wake up. Just feel your breath. Close your eyes. Notice how you're feeling. Breathe consciously. Just deep breaths. Feel, okay, how is my inhalation feeling? How am I feeling in my nostrils? How is my exhalation different from my inhale? You know, it can be a very, very small exercise like that. And then slowly you build on it. And what this helps us to do, once we have awareness of our internal environment, we build awareness of our external environment. And that's why they say that the more you meditate, the less likely you're to make any mistake because you're so aware, right? And the second thing I will talk about is vibrations. Now, everything around us is vibrations. The sounds of our voice is vibrations. Any object has vibrations. Any feelings, emotions, places, everything carries vibrations. And we always want to move from lower vibrations to higher vibrational frequency. And we have the power to do that. Now, there are a lot of things we can do to raise our vibrations. I'm just going to mention a few. The first one and foremost, I think, is living in a state of gratitude. If we just open our eyes and look around the room, there are so many reasons we'll find to be grateful. When we're drinking water or we're eating anything, do it with gratitude. I'm getting fresh, clean water to drink. That is gratitude. When you wake up, the sun is up. You have a new day. You have another opportunity to do things in a better way. That is gratitude. Yeah. And then there are some emotions like love, compassion. They are very high vibrations instead of fear or jealousy, hatred. So, like I said earlier, if you build awareness, you will be able to say, okay, I'm moving towards low vibration emotions. Let me switch. Gratitude, love, compassion. And it all starts from yourself. The moment you're able to build that within yourself, you're able to uh, share that. You're able to share that positive vibration. And also, very importantly, the food you eat. When you eat high vibration food, it translates into high vibrations in your body. So fresh fruit, fresh vegetables, instead of stale food, frozen foods, alcohol, favor foods that come from the earth and connect to nature more. Feel the nature more. That will raise the vibrations.
Wow, you are very awesome. You are explaining very softly to understand people. And I know very well that you came down to India to learn this Ayurveda and yoga, and you got a certificate from being in abroad. You came here to learn Ayurveda also. So now, my simple question in this lockdown period, what is your simple tips to to promote well-being? Like,
Okay. Lockdown. Now, I think this lockdown has come as a forced pause button for everyone. And I understand that, everyone, including me, everybody has been affected in some way. Maybe financially, maybe job-wise, maybe, you're far from family. But it's just a matter of perspective. If we look at it as a way of seizing it as an opportunity to tune in, to reset, to renew, to do what I said before, build awareness, do this inner work, then it's a great opportunity for all of us to grab.
yeah, you continue. I mean,
Are
got
you
some
here? Oh,
yeah.
oh,
Yes,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
So,
continue.
yeah, so I'm going to just start with, there's a lot we can do. I'm just going to mention something from Ayurveda perspective. Now, you have the chance to eat all your meals at home, right? Now, there are a few tips that Ayurveda gives that you can follow. First
Okay.
of all, when we're eating, when we're at work, for example, when we go to office, sometimes we eat our meals really fast just for the sake of eating, or we
Yes.
eat it during a meeting or when you're in a conversation with someone. Now, your brain is not really in a relaxed state that time.
Yeah.
And our body is very intelligent. So, when you're in a stressful state of mind, our body is trying to release that stress and it's less involved in digestion. Okay, so we're in that flight or fight response. There's cortisol in the body. So now you have the chance to eat at home. So take a moment before you start eating. Feel that gratitude. Take a few deep breaths, just allowing the parasympathetic nervous system to activate, which is the relaxed state in the body, which will help you to digest food better. Because in Ayurveda, the cornerstone for good health, according to Ayurveda, is digestion. If your food is partially digested or undigested, it would lead to toxins and a lot of disease in the body.
Yes.
Okay, and the second thing I will say for digestion is avoid drinking water close to your meals. So at least 1 hour before you eat, stop drinking water, because what that does is that it allows your stomach to stay acidic. Your stomach is a very acidic place, and that acidity is needed to process the food. So Ayurveda recommends don't dilute these juices, because what happens if you dilute the juices, you will eat and then you won't have enough of acidity to break down the food, and that's when acid reflux can happen. Um, Also, before that, chew your food properly. I am
I think.
guilty. I know that the day I started to realize this, I counted, and
Wow.
literally I reached 5, 7, 6 times I was chewing, which was really bad. So with awareness, I started like to be more mindful and to chew, because the enzymes in our saliva really help to break down the carbohydrates. And
Okay.
being Indians, our diet has a lot of carbohydrates, rice, rotis. So we really need to help. Everything else is automatic. The only thing we're doing is taking a bite and chewing. So let's do that properly, right? Yeah. And then the last thing I will say, according to Ayurveda, we follow the sun,
Yeah.
right? So our digestive fire is called as Agni, the digestive fire that helps to process the food. So let's compare the sun and our Agni. In the morning, the sunlight is very mild, it's still rising.
I see.
Same thing with our Agni. So if we eat a big meal that time, it's going to douse this fire and it won't be able to process the food. Again, it will lead to toxins. So
Okay.
in the morning, process things that will help you detoxify. Drink a lot of water, have vegetable juices or fruit. Okay. And then when the sun is at its peak, which is around noon, that's when our digestive fire is also at its full potential and it's
Okay.
able to process the food properly. So have your biggest meal, the largest meal, around noon so that it's processed properly, and then follow the sun. So the sun is going to set slowly. Same, our Agni, our digestive fire, will start to become smaller. So you need to start reducing the intake of food and try at least to stop eating by 7:30 maximum, so that your body can assimilate this properly. And once your digestion is proper, you will see a lot of difference in the body. You will feel more energized when you wake up, because when you eat really late, your body doesn't process it very well and you feel very lethargic when you wake up. You feel heavy. So this is the advice I will give. Small tips like this: take care of your digestion, eat at correct timings, eat foods that are close to the earth, like fresh fruit, vegetables. You have time now, so no excuses. You're home, eat in a proper way.
Wow, wow. Well, sir, you said very well. Before 7 o'clock, you have to finish all your meal because no, like before sunset, no, if they finish the meal, it will be good. After 7 o'clock, taking heavy meals and all, our Indian culture having that problems. After 8 o'clock, no, they will have two biryanis, heavy chicken, mutton, and all. Many people will have. So no, that is and all. It's a very bad being food habits. But well said to our audience. And one thing, no, like this subject, no, we can talk a lot, but we
Yeah.
restrict to 15 minutes. No, my last question is like one routine or ritual you never miss out in your day-to-day life. Like, what do you think? To everybody should follow those things.
Okay, one routine or ritual I never miss out. I would say, first of all, sharing, and I will come to this in a moment. Sharing, sun salutation, Surya Namaskar,
Wow.
and pranayam. Okay, so the reason I said sharing is that I believe that each one of us has a lot of potential to do good in this world. And like I said, it starts from you. Once you have built this awareness, you're in a healthy state of mind, your vibrations are high, share it. It doesn't only mean financially or money. If you can, sure. If you have the ability, sure, help those in need. But it can also be as simple as sharing knowledge, sharing positivity, sharing some skill, appreciating, and that can light up someone's world, and do it from your heart. It has to be unconditional, because the universe works in a way that whenever you give, it's going to come back 10 times more to you. And this is how we build this community and positive vibrations all around us.
Yes.
Then the second thing, Surya Namaskar. Again, in yoga, it is really the basic is Surya Namaskar, sun salutation. We honor the sun for the energy that it is giving to the earth. It's because of the sun that the plants are able to grow, etc. We're getting food. So taking a moment to honor that, first of all, with gratitude. And then second thing, it's a set of asanas or postures in in sync with breath work. So we're breathing and we're doing asanas. So it energizes the body and it stokes the inner fire. So again, it works on the Manipura chakra a lot, because like I said, our fire is small in the morning and slowly it will grow. So it's a great practice. We're inviting that divine light into our body, and it works literally the entire body. Even if you practice Surya Namaskars only every day, you will see, you will feel all your muscles working, all your joints working, all the energy centers, the chakras will be activated, and you'll feel energized throughout the day. Yeah, and the last one is pranayam. Now, pranayam is pran, energy, vital force. And before I start saying anything about pranayam, I just want to say people listening to this might think, okay, how am I going to get so much time? First thing, we're in lockdown, so you have time. And also, it doesn't have to be 2 hours of practice, it can be 2 minutes. I don't do 20 minutes of pranayam every day. Sometimes I cannot. So, what I will do is I will break it down. When I wake up, I will do 2 minutes of Kapalbhati pranayam, which is forceful exhalation. It's a detoxifying breathing technique, and it helps to, again, it energizes you and detoxifies. So, that is great in the morning. Then, for example, the Nadi Shodhan, lom anulom, alternate nostril breathing is a balancing breath work. So I will do that before eating, for example, when I'm on empty stomach, just to restore balance, to restore calm. And then one breathing technique I never miss out on is Brahmari. Brahmari is the humming breath where we hum, and that is very, very good for everyone because it activates the pineal gland, which is a very important gland in the brain, and it affects the Agnya chakra, the third eye chakra. Okay, and also it relaxes the nervous system. So it's great to practice at night. So before going to sleep, even if it's just one round, I will practice Brahmari. So that will help me relax. That will help me to go off to sleep more easily, and that heightens the intuitive side of us, our intuition. So I would say sun salutations, pranayam, mindfulness, just 2 minutes every day. Start slow, and then share. Please share whatever you can, knowledge, skills, appreciation. That makes a difference.
Wow, wow, wow. Extraordinary, Pooja. I've learned many things from you. I need to watch this video for many times, I believe, because I in these 30 days, I've started doing videos. So I like to share positive things only. And first time,
Right.
I've done some 60 videos in this past 30 days. First time I'm seeing a person sitting in the floor and talking. As a foreigner, no, they use many people in the chair only. Like as a yoga instructor, no, like you are very polite and humble. You are really using your own things like sitting in a floor, talking very relaxedly. And no, like I really enjoyed your, your thoughts, well-being, wellness, and all. I want to hear more about you. Like for example, want to know about the pranayam or Surya Namaskaram, which people are forgot these days. I like to have another session for Surya Namaskaram. So, no, like it will be very useful for our audience as well. And I'd like to thank you very much for being very polite and humble and taking your time and sharing this knowledge to our audience. Being in Abu Dhabi, on a phone call, you said you will guide us. And you have already very busy with your activity. You're sparing your time to us, to our audience. Thank you so much. We'll meet again with some other like Surya Namaskaram or Pranayamam to know more about that. Thank you so much, Pooja. Very kind of you.
Thank you. Thank you. It was a pleasure. I'm happy to share. Thank you. And well done. Your videos are great as well. Thank you for sharing positivity.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Pooja. Thank you.
Thank you.